Today, we will be talking about the most dominant primes in Bluelock. Basically, to break it down for you, we will be taking one player from every selection or arc that was just a cut above the rest. That's pretty much what we'll be doing today. We'll be talking about their accomplishments, what they did, what makes them a cut above the rest, and what makes them, the most dominant player in the arc. So, first, let's go over first selection, which, in my personal opinion, I feel like the easy nominee is Nagi.
俺に渡せ。では俺やってみる。いや初めて。負けるのは悔しいのはもう嫌だから。勝たなきゃ面白くない。
Although Nagi, technically speaking, at the time wasn't better than Ryu, Tokimitsu, or Rin, we don't get any insight on what their first selection looked like. So, as far as we're concerned, Nagi should be the number one candidate. I'm saying this because he annihilated Baro's team, annihilated the Wakana brothers, and destroyed Nico's team, and almost beat Team Z. But even in that game, he awakened. What makes Nagi so crazy is because before the Team Z game, he had like what, 7 goals, and then like I think he should have 10 because I think he scored 3 in the Team Z game. But yeah, no, Nagi was basically running first selection on like laziness. Like he didn't awaken, he didn't care. He was literally running through first selection out of boredom. It's honestly crazy. Like everybody viewed him as a genius, somebody that couldn't be stopped. Even Team Z, when they were winning, still was like, "Oh no, this guy's a problem. Like shut him down." And when he started moving by himself, it became even more of a problem. So Nagi as a whole is definitely like that's like one of his most dominant primes, where it was like, "Oh yeah, no, we gotta mark Nagi. We gotta stay on Nagi," because again, Nagi was dominating every single team. It was actually insane. Um, especially after he awakened, when he just started pulling crazy shit nobody had ever seen before. So first selection, I'm gonna definitely give that to Nagi, like undeniably, right? Second selection, we do get a lot of players that have like really good plays, really good stats and everything. But I'm going to confidently say that this one is Ren.
Tamborzão pra brincadeira começar. A parede vira seu bumbum pra cá. A cara pra parede vira seu bumbum pra cá.
From Ren's introduction, it's kind of like known that he's like this prodigy of Seitoshi's brother. He's this prodigy. His kicking technique is flawless and accurate, and pretty much he's the number one of Blue Lock, or he's the number one of Blue Lock at this point. Second selection, Ren was the person that stole Batra from Isagi, and also pretty much introduced the fact that he was the only player that was smarter than Isagi and that could manipulate the field faster and better than Isagi, both his opponents and his teammates. Upon Ren meeting Isagi again, the game was a little bit more difficult for him because since his team was pretty well rounded and everybody evolved. But even so, at the beginning of the game, he was genuinely giving people problems. Like until everybody started awakening, he was giving people major problems. Ren was, he was making Isagi's like mind pretty much break until, Nagi broke the cycle and awakened and hit the two-stage revolver. But before that, Ren pretty much had the field under his control. And the only other time I can recall where he messed up is the time where Baro started to go crazy and stole the ball from Isagi and Isagi's big heel volley. But besides that, his feats are like pretty crazy. In second selection, he was pretty much running shit. I'm not gonna lie. Um, and for the third selection, now nothing majorly happens in third selection. Nothing like is crazy. It's pretty much like a filler arc until like U20. But if I had to say the most dominant prime is definitely third selection Shido.
あれなんだこの感覚めちゃくちゃ遠いのに背中でゴールを感じるシド流星
Um, their selection Shido is just like a player that was just like able to score anywhere in the penalty box with either foot. You might not have any like absurd, insane feats, but like when he was introduced as number two, we definitely get that little insight on why exactly he was number two. His spatial awareness is crazy inside the penalty box. His football IQ is actually not bad. Like it's really not bad. So yeah, his ability to shoot like anywhere in the penalty box and make it, and you know his flexibility and his finishing ability is just like great. It's top tier. Ren might be better as an overall player, but Shido is undeniably up there when it comes to like who is the best pure striker, pure scorer. So I'm gonna give it to Shido in third selection. Now U20, I mean I think it's obvious who it is in U20. Sai is pretty clearly the game changer in U20. I definitely think this was his most dominant prime.
それならブルーロックに一人組んでみたいバカめ俺はストライカーとは認めない面倒くさい弟だぜ
It was also when he was introduced. It was his most dominant prime. He really has no anti feats besides like Ren being able to like or take his dribble, which Ren says himself he only did that because he knows his style, and it was more of a thing of prediction than like straight reaction. Um, so yeah, no, I think that Sai has no like anti feats. I mean, he pretty much clears the entire Bluelock team, dribbles past Baro, Nagi, Isagi. He pretty much just can't be stopped when it comes to counter dribbling. His passing is also so accurate that somebody like Chiguri, he placed the pass where somebody like Chiguri couldn't reach and was too late to catch on to, and Shido scored it, right? Um, Sai that entire game was literally the mastermind. Like he couldn't be stopped. He was stopping Isagi. He was stopping Ren. He was able to score goals. He was also able to pass it to players that didn't even deserve it, like Sendo, and still able to successfully, you know, carry the team on his back. Even when Shido was there, he was carrying the team on his back. So I think that's definitely his for U20. Undeniably, the only person that will come secondly close is U20 Ren or U20 Shido, and I'm gonna be real, Sai is still on a different level than both of those players. Now, for the Neo Egos League, what we will be doing is we will be breaking it down into two sections. We have early Neo Egos League and we have late Neo Egos League. Um, Early Neo Eagles League would be like at the start around like, you know, Bastard, I mean not Bastard, Barcha and Manshine game, and then we were talking about Ubers and PXG game since it just ended. So with the early Neo Eagles League, I feel like the obvious candidate is Kaiser.
I get it. She wanna come with me, I get it. She wanna come for me, I get it. Diamonds that said she want it, I get it. Shawty want all of me and I get it. Last day of our lives, I'm beginning. The one that she wants, cause I keep me a weapon. Real nigga that keep it real when he reppin'. Certified flexer, just flexing the big. My money big, your money small, you ain't getting shit. Taking a call and still getting rich. You niggas gon' fall, I'm too fucking lit.
Kaiser starts off the Neo Eagles League being the number one, like the number one pick. Even in the physical endurance test, he's also Isagi's like little cliff that he has to climb to, you know, be the best. Kaiser in the Barcha game gets his reveal that his shot is even faster than Noah's, which is pretty insane. He scores on Barcha, and he shows his crazy off the ball movement. In the Manshine game, um, it's kind of a toss up, but I will say that Isagi definitely in that game specifically performed insane, way better than Kaiser.
この新しいパズルを脳にぶち込んで俺の常識を書き換えろ。勝つためなら俺は自分の全部を壊してもいい。何度でも生まれ変わってやる。それがストライカーだろ。俺はストライカーだ。下手くそ。俺のゴールで勝ちたい。下手くそ。
The moment he unlocked the meta vision, he turned into an entirely different player. His defensive stops are crazy. He was able to stop. He was able to stop Chris's knuckle shot, and he was able to literally bahoo Kaiser and give Yukimiya the assist and Kunagami the assist. So I feel like in the Manshine game, it's definitely him. In the Ubers game, it's also him. He scored 2 goals, and he was able to block Baro's shot a few times. And I just feel like he was moving exceptionally different that game. Exceptionally different that game. If we are talking about the PXG game, right? That's the last game that just concluded. The PXG game, it's definitely going to Isagi. Kaiser and Isagi both awakened in this game, but it's very clearly with that last goal that Isagi was just a step closer and a step further than to being the best than he was. He outplayed him and he outplayed Ness. He outplayed the entire field. Nobody was expecting Ness to pass it to him, but he did. So he just thought faster, which was the last puzzle piece in his, game. So yeah, no, Kaiser definitely at the start of Neo Eagles League is definitely that top tier dog, but in the Manshine game and Ubers and PXG game, Isagi was literally doing the craziest things known to man. Like he was stopping Chris Prince. He was able to stop Baro a few times before Baro just hijacked the team and sent it on to hell and chaos. And with the PXG game, he was able to throw all of his emotions away to be the best and win and score the final goal, right? So I feel like that's easily awarding and deserving to be, his dominant prime in the late Neo Eagles League. And I also think that's insane character development since he didn't have a dominant prime at first, second, third, RU20. So the fact that I can end the video off saying Isagi's dominant prime was this good, I definitely liked it. I definitely enjoyed it. So that's how we will be ending the video off. And I appreciate you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you made it this far. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for the support. Peace.